My children lost their mom about 3 years ago. Actually have people in students' lives, in middle school, high school lives, really gonna just have a love for them and care for them.
How do you find the mentors?
Working with young people, building teams. I just know a lot of people there.
Okay. Hey everyone, welcome to another episode of What is Your Story? My name is Louis, your host, and on this episode, we are going to interview an amazing nonprofit here in Temecula Valley. It's called
Multiply Mentors.
Multiply Mentors.
Incorporated, yep.
This is Mike Wallace.
How's it going?
Tell everybody, what is Multiply Mentors?
Wait, hey, thank you for having me on. This opportunity is amazing. I really appreciate it. By the way, love what you're doing with Temecula Valley Business Network, man. It is amazing. It's awesome.
Thank you.
So appreciate all the support and to be part of that. So, but Multiply Mentors, it's simply providing mentorship to middle school and high school youth in our valley that are needing that are going through that, mainly within the school system and then also within social services as well.
So let's unpack that a little bit more. So tell us a little bit more about how did you start that nonprofit? How and when and why?
I've been in serving in youth, whether it's in churches or school districts for over 20 years. And I've always done well and been successful at building youth groups or them as a community. Later on, I'm a dad, I have 4 kids. My youngest is actually 16. So I've raised teenagers already.
How many kids do you have?
I have 4.
Okay.
Yeah, the oldest is 25 all the way down to 16. So I've kind of passed the years of the younger age. So I think in the younger years, I just wanted to change a whole community within one speech on a stage type mentality type thing. But as a parent walking through, teenagers and issues, especially today's state, I found out real success, not minimizing the other, I think they're both needed, but is actually walking hand in hand with students that need that direct specialized care and support. So
They need what exactly?
Just actually whatever they're going through. So we like to say, you're not alone. You're never walking alone. So we do stuff like that to just communicate that you're not in this crazy world going through these things that one day may not seem so big, but for now they do.
Yeah. For
now they're huge, and we're going to walk with you through those things. And oftentimes the parents or even therapists or counselors, everyone plays a part there. But sometimes they have a tendency not to be able to reach students at their darkest place, or their most time of need. So what we do is we come in as just hey, we're not being paid. We're totally funded and donated based. So I have over 20 mentors that are part of the organization that will just go and meet with students simply because they want to be there. Simply because, hey, they walk through stuff themselves and they want to just give back and get the students through those times that we've already went through. So as a dad, I've seen my own kids go through those things.
Okay.
And I'll be honest with you, it takes something out of you when you're the guy on the stage and you're reaching a group of 300 students, but sometimes you go home and it's harder to reach your own kids in your own place.
Tell me an example.
So my children lost their mom about 3 years ago. Tragically, she passed away. And
I'm so sorry.
And that really changed a lot. It really changed how I saw the need to actually have people in students' lives, in middle school, high school lives, are really going to just have a love for them and care for them. So I'm going and I'm preaching I'm at church. I'm working at a church, a very great church. Love the church. Very supported. We're doing well. We're doing 4 services a week. We're on multiple campuses.
Are you like a pastor?
Yeah, I've been pastoring for about 20 years.
Oh, that's wonderful.
Yeah. So, me and the other guy, we're doing it. We're doing it well. And, but there's something that happens in you when you got something like that hits your own home and you're over there reaching other people's students, but the students that you really wanted to reach the most. And I've always been I like to think a great dad or a good dad, and they would tell you that. But sometimes you're just not the one, no matter how much access you have, no matter how much love they love you. Sometimes your own students are the ones that you're just praying for. Hey, somebody needs to come alongside. Somebody that is influenced, somebody that they look up to, somebody that they give that position to speak into their life. Yeah. And sometimes as a dad or mom or guardian, sometimes we just don't have that at that time. Yes. I think we could get that back later.
Sometimes kids can open up to a mentor rather than their parents.
And that's what we do. We simply say, hey, we realize it's not a lack, or we realize it's just sometimes your student needs another voice.
So your nonprofit started after your kid's mom passed away.
Yes.
And you saw the need for really helping.
Yeah, my daughter particularly, she went through depression for about a year. She would not get out of bed. She wouldn't clean sometimes. It was just one of those things that she just, hope was lost in a lot of ways. And there's a lot that went into that. There was some mental health issues and other things that went alongside with that as well. So it was traumatic all around. I remember praying that prayer. God, send somebody. God, so who's going to come, and
Yeah.
you're just wanting or believing that somebody will come. And, that person that might show up every Tuesday at this time. And I don't care what you're doing. I don't care what you're wearing. We're going to Starbucks in your pajamas because I'm not letting you sit in this darkness, that type of thing. But I'll be honest with you, it didn't come.
And then so what happened? The
It never came.
kind of hit.
Light hit. Yeah. Actually, what happened was I was asked to do a memorial
Okay.
for a family that was in the church. It was the exact same situation that I was walking through with my kids. They had their dad had passed, and there was 2 students just like me, and the mom. It was like mirror to me.
Yeah.
As she's talking to me, she's walking through stuff with her kids of the passing and all that went on. I'm looking at this situation that was only maybe a year removed of when I walked it. I'm going, I lived your life. I walked where I know what your kids are going through. I know what you're going through as a parent. So I did that memorial that one day, and that's where it kind of hit. I remember looking at the people, looking at the students and the family going, there's more that we could be done, that can be done. Community is vital. You need peer connection and you need a supportive community. But there are times I think that we walk through as adults and students. There's seasons where we just need a little bit extra accountability, extra care, extra love, to see us through that moment. And then we could get back and do the community thing. But sometimes, if you're going through depression, you could be in a room of 300 students and you'll still feel alone.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, definitely.
So you need that person that understands that and sees that. So that's what we try to provide for families.
How do you find the mentors to mentor the
They're all
kids
people
in
I've
need?
known. With 20 years in the Valley,
Okay.
working with young people, building teams. I just know a lot of people that.
So each mentor is in charge of taking care of how many kids?
Right now, we're really not taking on a lot of students at the time. Right now, most of them have 1 student they're meeting with a week.
Okay.
We've really shifted our focus right now. We're providing a lot of support to the school district right now. And that's kind of where when I led in with school district and social services. There's public reports within all our schools that you could pull up, and it'll tell you, absentee rates, suspension rates, grades, you name it. It's a public, report that you could check on any school in the area. And if you look there, you look at suspension, absentee rates, and even just overall needing guidance is the students that are either in the foster system or have lost their parents or living with somebody else, homeless youth as well. So what we've really done is I've utilized my mentors to come alongside district people, counselors, whoever, faculty, and try to provide programming and support on the campuses to help alleviate some of that absentee rate or suspension rate. We're working on a mindset of if we could help the school district get those stats up, then we'll position ourselves to really do things at the places in our community that have the most students. If you're going to hit a place that's where are you going to go to reach people any given day? You're going to go to a campus. There's 3,000 students, 2,000 students on multiple campuses in our valley every single day.
Exactly.
So I could be out here doing whatever I'm doing, shouting from the rooftop, say, go to my website and sign your student up for a wait list, and I'll be pushing a boulder up a hill all day long.
Right.
Or I could just go to the campus, connect with the faculty, the people that actually know the students, actually provide them with something as well. They love us on the campuses. So
Wonderful.
Yeah.
Can you share a story where somebody came to you, and they were really depressed, etc., and you guys really helped them?
I would say probably I'll go back to this family because I actually had my daughter do that one.
Okay.
Yeah. So it was a thing where I would say that it was the beginning for me. It was like,
Isn't
hey,
that interesting? Your daughter needed help, and now your daughter is helping others.
which is kind of what I live by.
It's just
You know,
amazing.
I think one of the things that we had talked about, or maybe I read it on one of the emails of our communication, was our why or whatever, why we do what we do, or a quote maybe.
How was she able to help that person?
Just connect, just be there. I think so. That's what we do as well. So it's relational mentorship.
Yep.
There's mentorship from the side of, hey, I'm going to actually get you academic or behavioral, whatever. But we try to just be a support, and we try to really just be that person that's going to step in. So we focus on relational. There's a few therapists that we have on our team, and we work with clinical therapy, stuff like that. But we really focus on not trying to have a certification or a thing. I think sometimes that can be for a student that really has the walls up. Hey, you're here because it's either paid or you're supposed to be, or parents trying to take me back to a session. And sometimes that'll take a long time to get breakthrough with kids. And sometimes you need to capitalize on that moment. So when we're able to come in and just say, I'm here because I want to be here. I'm here because I walked through what you walked through. And if you actually walk through it, a lot of change can happen in a small amount. So yeah, my daughter did it and helped her out for a short time. She ended up doing well and just moving on as far as the student goes. But there's things that happen all the time, that I don't even know about. All those the talks and stuff that are going on. I don't really know all those.
So let's talk about your day-to-day routine.
Okay.
How does your morning routine look like?
Morning routine. All right. So I'm actually running an after school program right now on a campus.
Okay.
So that starts at 2. So I've got a short window, which is the gym, any kind of work that I need to do for the day for the nonprofit, and then also just any day-to-day to-do stuff. So it's really consists of the gym and any stuff I got to get done for the nonprofit, which is a short amount of time because I'm not, by the time I'm off doing the things, I'm not done till 6 on the campus every night. So it's a
Busy
real
man.
short window.
Very
Yeah, and then
busy.
I come back to it later on in the evening, but trying to pair the two, just working with that as well.
Okay, so what's your favorite quote?
Favorite quote.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. I think one thing that rings true, and it wouldn't be quoted, maybe not business, and I know this is nonprofit, it's a little different slant with typical business or mindset quote. My mindset may lean more towards the faith, but I would say for such a time as this. Every time I would speak, every time I'd put together a message or a topic that I want to speak to kids, whether it's on a campus or whatever platform, I'll always write with my pen. Even though my message is typed out, I'll always write with my pen for such a time as this. And it's just a reminder that, everything we've walked through, everything we've been through, our successes, our highs, our lows, it's meant, to be a lesson learned and come outside of that for that moment right now. You know what I'm saying? So I would say that drives me a lot, or just, I like the saying too, I always try to be what I needed when I was younger, or what I needed, even like I talked about earlier, as a dad.
Yeah.
So I just try to be that, be what other people need,
Yeah,
be what you needed when you were that age, fill that gap and do what, make it better. You know what I mean?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Do you have a favorite book?
Favorite book? I am so busy. I don't watch TV. It is literally, when I'm getting able to sit down and read, it is literally the Bible.
All right. How about favorite movie?
Oh, you're going to take me there. Okay. I'm going to have to go with Braveheart.
Why?
Yeah. Well, I believe it or not, man, I have a little bit of Scottish in me. You know what I'm saying?
There you
So
go.
yeah. My last name Wallace, right? So
yeah, that's right.
it's funny because I make my kids watch it like once a year, and I just say, hey,
Yeah.
this is our heritage, and it's that moment of freedom and all that kind of stuff, and because nobody believes that we have
That's a
Scottish
good
in us,
movie.
obviously. So, but yeah, I'll probably say that, and amongst a few other ones.
What is one advice that you would give somebody out there that's have passion for nonprofits and they want to start one? What would you give them?
I would say if you're going to start one, obviously have the passion for it. It's always about the purpose. It's not going to be the profit, obviously. So if you have the passion, I would say add the preparation. I think when I went into it, I just had raw passion. I was like going to do everything within 1 year. And that can lead to a lot of disappointments. I never thought I was going to quit within my first year and something like that, which I'm sure happens a lot.
Yeah.
It's hard. Business owners and nonprofits, you name it, it's hard. But I would say I would bring people along the journey with me from day one. I would build a team around. I would relay my passion a little bit more to other people, so that 6 months in,
Gotcha.
I feel like I'm running with people as opposed to just doing it. But
Doing
when
it
you're
yourself.
gung ho, when you got a passion, you're carrying something that you're building. Sometimes I could just run with things, and I want to get it done today, so I'm not going to ask somebody else. But I would say take the passion, but add the preparation. Know that it's going to be a longer ride than just a year. Build slower.
Okay,
Don't worry.
Wonderful
Yeah.
advice. Look at the camera and just tell everyone, share with them, where can they reach you? How can they support your nonprofit?
Mm.
And,
Okay.
do you have a website, etc.?
Sure. You can reach me at multiplymentors.org. We are actively trying to do things on the campuses, support our faculty, support our community through the campuses. So check out the website. We've got a number of different programs going on. We got specialized plan of care packages for parent support. If you're a parent out there and you've something I've said maybe reaches true to you about, hey, I need that person in our life or in our home. We do provide parent support as well. And then we also, we do different kinds of, we do horse therapy. We got a ranch with a couple of horses, you name it. There's a few things that you could check out on our website. As well, if you want to become a mentor, there's a tab there that you could go through that process of intake and possibly maybe something I said about you, your purpose or what you want to give back, or simply donate and support. There's that as well there.
Wonderful. Well, Mike, it's been an honor to have you on my show.
Thank you.
And really hearing your story and how you became who you are now, what you're really impacting a lot of the kids in the community. Thank you so much.
Thank you, man.
For helping everyone. Thank you for getting on my show again. Hey, you guys, this is Louis from What Is Your Story? I want to hear your story next. So stay tuned for our next episode.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Thank you.